spawning in the top left location. We have Happy, the blue Terran player. And spawning in the bottom we have Hydra. Bottom right, by the way. It's Hydra, the red Zerg player. This is important to note because you have only 2 spawn positions on this map, and both of them are cross spawns. So you can either spawn like this, top left to bottom right, or you can spawn top right to bottom left. And the way these 2 guys spawn, these are the weirder spawn locations, because they do include this gold base that is very tempting but very difficult to defend. As you can see, there are attack avenues from all sides, and you can even attack the mineral line very comfortably from behind because there is nothing protecting it. Hydra is scouting for proxy barracks in the most common locations. Is he going to? Yeah, he's probably going to build a hatchery with this drone. There we go. And Happy opening in the same fashion that he did before. Barracks, 12 refinery, 12 barracks. Hydra probably going to be getting a pool next. No, actually gets a gas before. Huh, interesting. Wants to have a quicker link speed to be able to take map control and defend against those early helium pokes a little bit better. I don't know if that will be successful. I mean, the distances are quite a bit larger than on Overgrowth, but I don't know how much this can help Hydra. For some reason I think, or I feel rather when I play, that a better way to defend this opening that Happy is using, or this general style, a better way to do it is just get a Baneliness down or a Roach Warren. The thing is, you never know what will the Terran player follow this up with. Is it going to be Banshees? Is it going to be straight up factory play? Kind of like what Straylog does a lot, where he adds on a second factory before adding on starports and additional stuff. This bunker once again is a nice thing here for Happy. He will be able to force out a lot more units from Hydra. He even gets a drone. No, he does not. No drones for you, Mr. Reaper. I'm the Reaper man. And now with the queens out, so this bunker is gonna get denied, salvaged, and these 2 Reapers will, well, they won't get much done from this point. Happy transitioning in the same exact fashion, getting that factory. We have that reactor there. 1 drone still mining gas. Could we see a... If I see a Baneling nest, like right now somewhere? No. So it's just for a quicker lair before getting that 3rd base, which does make sense because look at where you're taking the 3rd base. That's blocked by destructible debris, so it's going to take a while before you can safely set that up. Your other option is the gold base, and that is, as we mentioned before, exposed like hell. So you don't want to take that as your 3rd. And we should see the lair coming up. Come on. Lair, please. Thank you. And Happy, again, going to open up with Banshees. Hydra cannot underestimate this opener this time around. What has he seen? Yeah, he knows this is coming. He knows exactly this is coming. So, I don't know, I mean, last time around he only had 3 queens in a situation where he should have had, like, at least 2 more. Okay, this is good. He is saving up energy on those queens to build enough for transfusions. It would be ill-advised for him right now to start throwing down additional creep tumors. He needs the transfusions on those queens, and he needs to save them up for the time when those banshees arrive. Because those queens are... I think that's the central block in successfully defending versus that Hellbat banshee push. Spire going up for Hydra. He's losing a lot of links unnecessarily, however. And he's still not getting any more queens. He does have his flamethrower. That's gonna help moderately, I would say. Not too much. The cloak is just about to finish. Where is the second banshee? Oh, this time around he only has one banshee. That's interesting. Third command center on the way. And still building more and more and more Hellions. Spire is almost down. When the Spire completes, if Hydra can get out like 5-7 Mutalisks, he's gonna be fine. The question is he going to take too much damage before that happens? This is a little bit better to defend compared to Overgrowth because you have one access point in between all those bases. Here comes the surround with the links. Those are gonna die so quickly. I mean, they're not gonna do anything versus those Hellbats. We have 4 queens still standing. The Banshees are still alive. They're gonna target down the third base. Still Hydra doing a way better job of defending than he did last time around. 7 mutas on the way. The third has a lot more hit points than it did on Overgrowth, and he didn't lose that many workers. In fact, he only lost those links, and that's just about it. One Banshee actually went down. Hydra looking for this one. Not quite seeing it. There we go, as it runs out of energy, Hydra immediately should turn around and, yeah, gonna let the Queen to finish the job. 2 evolution chambers behind this. Thor's already in production, missile turrets as well, so again, these Mutalisks are not gonna do a whole lot against Happy, but they managed to keep Hydra alive, unlike the previous game where he got them a little bit too late. 4th base going up for Hydra. All looking good in the land of the Zerg. And he's gonna go into Roach, a Hydralisk composition with Vipers, probably. Just has to be careful of these Hellions. Nice! Actually trying to block those Hellions in with the drones, trying to buy some time before those Mutalisks arrive. Very nice move there. Actually minimizing the losses he could have taken there. So far, 25 workers have been killed. Hydra is still up on 49 drones. He's gonna have to back away now because this bad boy has something to say about that. Not adding on any more Mutalisks, I really like that because there is no need for it. They are inferior to what Happy will be fielding in a moment. 4th base, really good. Happy going to try and take this one. Unfortunately, we have no burrow in place, so this link cannot burrow, but we'll be able to, well, burn. There is the Hydralisk den. And we actually have 2 Roach Warrens, which is hilarious if you think about it. Now, Hydra, ideally, he wants to drone up to his maximum drone count and then produce nothing but units. Potentially take a 5th base because he is going to need that gas from Vipers. The thing is that Happy will probably either start adding on starports later on with Vikings to shut those Vipers down, or he's just going to try and continue producing 4s to be able to one-shot those Vipers, which pretty much means in both cases that if Happy if Hydra wants to use Vipers in an engagement, he is going to be losing those, and he will have to keep on replenishing them along with Hydralisks. So having a lot of gas for this is very important. I'm actually a little bit surprised that these two Vespene geysers have not been taken yet by Hydra. His army supply is still lower than that of the Terrans. He's going to try and harass a little bit over here. Yeah, happy pulling those workers back immediately. And Hydra should not overstay his welcome, to be honest, because these Hydralisks, they can die to the Hellions if they're not careful. And not having detection over here certainly does not help a whole lot. Hydra will have to regroup together with those roaches, but that Hydralisk hit squad was very nice. Additional extractors taken at the gold base, and we should see a hive pretty soon, unless Hydra wants to solve this puzzle by just adding on infestors. And I really like these run-bys because essentially he is slowing down Happy economically. This one is even more important because, I mean, if he can keep Happy away from happily mining off of 4 bases, he's going to be just fine. You pretty much have to starve the Terran out, because any trade you make against the Terran is likely not going to be a cost-effective one, I don't think. The Zerg army, especially with the Roach Hydra composition, is losing effectiveness the longer the game goes on. So I think Hydra should really focus on denying this 4th base. It's nice to harass the 3rd, but that's not going to break the Terran. You really should deny him 4th base. And Hydra is almost maxed. Let's take a look at his unit composition. Mostly Roaches, couple of Hydras, couple of Mutalisks, but mostly Roaches. This is probably not going to do much, but it will allow him to take down this planetary fortress and retreat immediately. At least it would be advisable, because once Happy's army starts barreling down this way, it's gonna be awful. And look at this, Hydra taking an expansion over here. He's just taking over the map. I love this. Happy is going to be forced to make a move very soon. We also have Ultralisks and Vipers, but the switch is not ready yet. Can Hydra survive until he can get a good unit composition or a better unit composition? I don't know. This army is 11 tanks, 15 Hellbats, 4 Banshees, and 5 Thors. This is such a beastly composition for Happy. Currently, in the current state that Hydra's army composition is in right now, this is an unstoppable force. He just does not have the right type of units, right mix of units to deal with this. And even if he had, he would have to engage 2-3 times to kill this army. Which means he would have to have the resources to replenish, which he does not. And he'll be forced to take a fight he really does not want to take. In a choke as well. Good blinding clouds going down. All the tanks are blinded. They cannot fire. However, they only last for so long. Too bad Happy does not have enough anti-air, because that allows Hydra to keep on blinding clouding the tanks. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. The tanks have not been taken out, and the army supply of the Zerg player has plummeted down. Yes, it is at 80, but most of that is still in production only, and it's 80 lings to be quite exact. However, it looks like Hydra will be able to clean this up. Cleans up all the tanks. Wow! Very narrow defense. This was almost, I mean, Happy almost done it. Almost, but almost doesn't count. Hydra springing forward. The third base not having much in terms of offerings. So Hydra decides to engage the main army, going to take down those cores maybe finally. And this is just too many Zergs at this point. 11 more Roaches, 2 Vipers, and 4 Queens nonetheless in the production tab. And yeah, this game is definitely slipping from Happy's grasp. GG called 1-1.